My name is Kathryn Hill, and I'm 15 years old, and I have occipital neuralgia, which causes chronic migraines. There are many things that trigger my pain, such as smells, lights, noises, foods. We went to many different doctors to figure out what was causing the pain and why I was having headaches, and a lot of them didn't know what was wrong with me, and some even said that I was going crazy. And they didn't understand that it's actually there. They didn't really know what to do. They just kept putting me on more different medicines, which is very hard because all the side effects are very harsh on your body. And they make you grumpy, they make you gain weight, they make you just not like life anymore.
We had done a lot of research and found out that chronic headache pain is one of the leading causes of suicide in the United States of America. And we just kind of noted that. We never mentioned that to Kathryn. We never said anything to Kathryn about that. And about a year and a half ago now, she said, "I just want to die," while she was talking to us. "I don't want to be here anymore. I can't do this." Because she's living in that pain, a sea of pain. My wife and I both felt helpless. You know, if you've got a cut, we can put a Band-Aid on it, we can put a little bacitracin, we can give you a couple of aspirin. You know, eventually they'll fall asleep. When they get up tomorrow, it won't be as bad. With chronic headaches, you can do all that, but there's no place to put the Band-Aid. And tomorrow when they wake up, it could be twice as bad.
It's just very hard living a daily life with migraines because you get nauseous or you can sometimes throw up. I get dizzy, I get blurry vision, and it's just things that don't really work with medicine because the medicine doesn't work with you. Some medications did not help me a lot, such as Neurontin, amitriptyline, Amitrex, which I became allergic to. My parents tried injectable Toradol, which is what they give you at the hospital for headaches, and I refused to take it because it burns your leg like fire, or whatever muscle you put it in. The only things that really help to relieve my pain is to be distracted or to lie down and go to bed. The types of distractions we use are just like doing puzzles. I like to read, I like to hang out with my friends, but I can't really do that because I lost many of my friends from this pain. And then I can't go to school, so I'm never there to make more friendships. I've lost everything, basically, that a normal teenager would have. When I go to the hospital, I go to the ER and they give me the IV Toradol, and that's called the migraine cocktail. Some days it works, some days it doesn't.
She takes Dilaudid a lot when she's there, which is a synthetic morphine. It's 10 times as strong as morphine, and sometimes that doesn't even do anything to the pain at all. And then if that doesn't help, usually they end up admitting her and they do a DHE infusion. The nurses call it the migraine chemotherapy because it's as bad as the kids who have cancer and their chemo for what it does on the body. They immediately do 2 IVs right into her arms because it's so caustic on her veins that usually the veins end up popping and her arms will just swell right up full of fluid as they're giving it to her. And they have to pre-treat her with nausea medicine because she will start throwing up. As soon as she gets that infusion of DHE, which was 3 times a day, she would throw up for an hour. And she just heaves and heaves and heaves, and there's nothing coming out of her, and you just hold her head and rub her back. In an hour, it goes away.
We finally found that there is a surgery for occipital neuralgia, which is occipital decompression surgery. They cut open my neck and they decompressed many nerves.
We did decide to do surgery for her, and that was a scary thing. You know, thank goodness that we had a retirement account that could help pay for it because it was very expensive. It wasn't covered by insurance. So we did the occipital nerves first because that was her major cause of her pain, and it really did help a lot.
Prior to that, Kathryn could not go to a basketball game because the bouncing of the basketball echoing in the gym would immediately cause trigger headache. She couldn't go to any concerts, indoors or out. The noise was too loud. Parades really weren't good. Amusement parks, could not do amusement parks. There's so many things that we do that incorporate sound into our life. And if you thought about all the sounds you hear causing you pain, the louder, the more pain, you'd be experiencing what Kathryn lived with. It was horrible.
When I had the second surgery, that was the temporal and the forehead surgery, and what they did was they went through my temples and they decompressed a couple nerves and they took out one of my forehead nerves, and then they also went up through my eyelids and they took out a couple nerves and they decompressed many nerves. After I had my first surgery, I went back to school and I made more friends. I could hang out with them. But then after the second surgery, I could have more of a normal life. If anybody out there is watching this who has chronic pain or chronic migraines like I do, I just want you to know that you're stronger than the pain and that it may not all be all in your head, and that there's stuff out there that can help you, and that although you may lose people in your life because they don't understand and they don't care enough to learn about it, that you have many people that love you and do care about you.